Happy Monday afternoon. It's 2:30 here in Idaho, or Island Park, Idaho. I'm just getting ready to take my daughters to the Grizzly Discovery Center in West Yellowstone, Montana, which is like 15 minutes away. And I'm out here on the beautiful lake this morning. Just had an amazing day so far. And by amazing, I mean, yes, the kids quarreled and fought and all heck broke loose in the house at least once today. But I've had an amazing day despite those trials. And I'm just going to share with you briefly how it is and why I'm going to share this video, why I decided to hop on live with you guys. So if you're on live with me, let me know who's on this video, because I'd like to know who I'm delivering this message to. But I was thinking about it. I woke up and I had this plan to go out on the lake in my boat. Now I was going to take the canoe out there and I was going to work and prepare my presentation for Ignite Nashville, our big team event in Nashville next week, before Summit gets started. And I got out there and my boat wouldn't start. I took like 20 minutes, and so then I was kind of in this attitude like, dang it, like, this ruined all my plans. So I came up with another plan. I just sat in my boat tied to the dock, and I did not ride out there, but I let the waves coming in rock me in my boat, and I prepared my presentation. Everything was good. So one thing I want you guys to know about that is you can always find another way, and you get to make a choice about how to react to different situations. So what's going on, Jay? Good to see you from Pleasant Grove. Jay is awesome. He is actually the guy that made our team shirts, our Face Your Grizzly shirt. So you guys are going to see me swatting some bugs because I'm sitting out by the water. But I'm going to keep this short today because I have a date, like I said, with my daughters out to West Yellowstone to the Grizzly Discovery Center. We got to get some groceries as well because we were only going to stay up here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we decided to stay the rest of the week and spend time with the family and work. And I came out here to fish for a couple of minutes, see if I could catch anything. It's a little late in the day, but it made me think about a story. And I'm going to tell that story to you guys, and I want you guys to think about how it applies to your life. I can kind of relate to how it applied to my life. So I'm fishing here at the fishing pole here in Idaho, Island Park. So there's a story about this guy, and he's fishing, and he sees a guy across the pond, and the guy is catching like these huge trout, just reeling in these big trout. And when he reels in these big trout, the guy that's fishing, he noticed that he throws all of these trout back in the water, and he keeps the small fish. And so, you know, and it's like exactly what I do. I'd sit over there like, why is he throwing the big fish back and keeping the little ones? So he goes over and he talks to the guy, and he says, hey, I don't mean to be nosy, but I couldn't help but notice that you are throwing all the big fish back in and keeping the little ones. Why is that? And he says, well, it's because I only have a 10-inch frying pan. Okay, so what I want you guys to think about that is, what is the 10-inch frying pan in your life? Are you living a 10-inch frying pan type of life? And what I mean by that is blaming or making excuses, however you want to word it, for where you are at in your life, based on what you have experienced in the past, or what your family's been through. If let's say you grew up in poverty, or in a life where, you know, where you're taught maybe that you're supposed to live paycheck to paycheck because that creates, let's say, character, or whatever it is. Like we're taught all these things, no matter, depending on where we grow up and the situations that we grow up in, we're taught these different mindset things, and we're going to call them, like the story, the 10-inch frying pan mindset. So with that being said, oh, cool, a little fish just jumped, but too bad he's not on my line. With that being said, what are the 10-inch frying pans that are in your life right now? What are the things that, like that guy fishing, he's throwing all the big fish back and keeping the little ones because he only has a 10-inch frying pan. So he keeps the small fishes, throw the big ones back. So when you think about it, what in your life are you not experiencing or not having come into your life because you have the mindset of this 10-inch frying pan of the things that have passed on through generation to generation through your family? Like, this is your chance to go over to the Costco or wherever you want to go shopping and get the biggest frying pan you want. Because what I know about life is that we were all created by God. That's what I believe, and I won't apologize for that. And I believe, like any parent, he loves all of his children exactly the same. And I can't remember if it was the Apostle Peter, it might have been Paul, was talking about that, like, one day in our lifetime is like 1,000 years in God's eyes. And so through your generations and through your family and in your life, He's created all of these opportunities for you to live a happy life, to experience life in relationships. And we have all of that opportunity with Him as our Father, each and every single one of us, but we allow this 10-inch frying pan mindset of experience of the past or of our family, or this is how it was, so it's always going to be like this small mindset to limit us in being able to experience blessings in our life. And one thing that I remember hearing one time is like, all it takes is to have faith and to trust the process of this life of growing ourselves and contributing to others. And if you do that enough, God will see that you are good with that you are accepting of that, of your potential that He has for you, and then He will release the blessings upon you. You know what I want you to think about when I talk about like a day in the life of God is like one day of our life is like 1,000 years for God. Imagine the amount of blessings and abundance that could come into your life once you can accept that you are not a 10-inch frying pan type of person. So if I relate that to my life, and what you can think about in your life is, I want my kids to attend the best schools that they want to attend. I want to live in the house that I want to live, at the place I want to live, doing the thing that I want to do with my life. And once I decided that I was worthy of that my past did not define my future, that my past experiences or the mess that was my life, I could turn into my message, and I could relate with other people. And I began to know that like a God, our Father, is loving and forgiving, and He wants us to be happy and abundant. Once I accepted that, then that was like me going out and getting a larger frying pan so I could catch and keep and receive those blessings into my life. So oftentimes I think each one of you guys, and even myself in my life sometimes, I think sometimes we're catching or hooking those huge trout, the 10-pound trout versus the little 10-inch trout, but we cannot keep them in our life because we don't have the frying pan to cook them in. So I hope that little thought sticks with you guys, and you can think about that in your life. Are you living based on your past and the past of your ancestors, or are you willing to go out and get a bigger frying pan and be willing to receive the blessings that God has in store for you? And that's the message that I want you guys to think about today, and I want you guys to know that I love each and every one of you guys. I just couldn't help. I was thinking about it as I was fishing here, thinking about that story that I heard one time. So don't be like that guy over there that's throwing all those big fish, or AKA the blessings, back into life, back into the pond, just because he has a 10-inch frying pan at home. And I want you guys to think about that in your life. And are you willing to be ready to receive abundant blessings by showing faith and working hard, accepting Him in your life, no matter how that is or how you want to do that? Like just accepting that we are His children. That's like, this was not just, this just didn't happen. Like all of this didn't just show up. This was created by Him, and so are you. And I see you guys saying, oh, that sunset's beautiful, that view is beautiful. But I want you guys to know is you guys are beautiful because you were created by the same God that created this stuff. And so I want you guys to understand that. I want you to know that He has thousands and thousands of years of blessings and abundance for you in your life. And I know that you are worthy of that. And I love you guys for that. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. We'll see you guys later.